Hey everyone, it's Jessica Young here with Young Transporters and wanted to do a quick video. I know we haven't posted a lot this year. Honestly, y'all, it's just been a crazy year. Starting with January, we just really took off from the ground and we've just been building. So we haven't had a whole lot of time to do videos. So we're definitely trying to iron out some time in our schedule to do that. But wanted to do a video actually recapping on a video that we did about 5 or 6 months ago on box trucks. And as you know, that I specialize in dispatching box trucks over the road. And a lot of the information that I gave 5 or 6 months ago honestly does not is not what's today's information in a sense of rate per mile. Things have changed. Obviously, the market has gone up. And so really just wanted to also clear some information up on that video as well. There was a lot of confusion on authority and how much it costs. So this is a new video for the new year 2022. I would call it reload for box trucks that are starting off, and just to give you some good information on what's going on in today. This is February 17th, 2022 in today's market. First off, let me clear up the fact that when I expressed in that video for the authority and we quoted that number 6,000, that number was quoted for your authority to go active. It wasn't quoted to actually get your authority. We are carriers as well. We know how much it costs to get your authority. We know it's anywhere between $300 to $400 depending upon what state you're applying out of. That number was not quoted as to apply with the FMCSA for your authority. That number was quoted after miscellaneous things, getting your authority, and insurance. As you know, your authority cannot go active unless you have insurance. So that was honestly giving a quote with honestly a little bit over as well, because that just depends on what type of insurance you get and what is your deposit for your insurance. Deposits are really high, especially for box trucks right now as well. So that is what that number was quoted. It wasn't quoted for $6,000 to get your authority. It was quoted to get your authority is about $300 to $400 depending upon what state you're coming out of. But for your authority to go active, your insurance has to be active, which means deposit has to be made, payments have to be made, and as you know, anything else, if you're going over the road, you're gonna need your IFTA, all that. So that was quoted after everything is being done, after things are being paid out of pocket. You probably want to budget for a good 6,000. That's even counting for it's going on the road and for fuel and things like that. We try to do these videos to help you out, to properly prepare you, because as you know, we had to learn things definitely the hard way. So like I said, we're just here to help. We're not trying to give anybody any misinformation. We are not just dispatchers, so I don't want you to think that we're just dispatchers. We're speaking from a dispatcher slash broker. I was a broker prior to having my dispatch business, and also we're carriers as well. My husband is over the road. He's actually over the road right now. So we are carriers as well. So we know the cost of these things and we know how it is being over the road. Honestly, I think that's the reason why our dispatch business has grown so much, is because honestly, I can relate a lot more to carriers with my husband being over the road and us having trucks over the road. We know what it is like. We know how things happen. We know what happens if the truck breaks down. We know how much, fuel is right now. As everybody knows, fuel has gone up. It's crazy. So we get it. We definitely get it. And we're not just speaking from a perspective of honestly just, coming out of our homes and not even knowing any of this information. But to start off, the box truck video that I did prior to, we did a rate per mile of $1.50, because honestly, that's where it was kind of ranging, $1.50, $1.60 a mile. As of right now, as you know, fuel has gone up. And honestly, I'm seeing box trucks get more, anywhere between $1.90 to about $2 a mile. Some of my box trucks can get more per mile, just depending upon what area they're coming out of. I try to float my box trucks in a certain area because I know the states that pay more, and I know what loads, my box trucks always have loads, always be running, and I stay away from some states that I just know that we're just gonna get stuck with. I'm not trying to get a good paying load and then the truck gets stuck somewhere. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. How I kind of get an idea if box trucks could be more, because as you see on the load board, they give you a 15-day average. That's not a 15-day average for a box truck. That is for a dry van. So I know I see a lot of comments on social media and things like that where people are really confused with that, and they're quoting these numbers to these brokers, and that's not quoted for a box truck. you're probably looking at about half of that because you're 26-foot box truck, so you're half of a 53-foot van. So those are the numbers that are being quoted, you know, as for dry van. So when I see dry van rates go up per mile, that means that box trucks rates are going up per mile. When I see things like fuel and things like that go up, that means rates are going up. That means that I'm asking for more money. So that is kind of what I'm seeing right now. Most of our trucks, like I said, we're getting, you know, $2 or more a mile. If it's not, it's a little bit under that right now, but I'm not really seeing any freight right now running for $1.50, $1.60 a mile for box trucks. So that's the good thing. Rates are definitely a lot higher. Now that doesn't include for New Authority, you know, I mean, for New Authority, you got to put in the work, you know. Yes, we're always trying to strive to get you more money because, as y'all know, like, we don't make money unless you're making money. And it doesn't do us any good to run the truck and the truck goes out of business. I mean, that means we lose a customer or client, but you know, you have to run, you have to start running, you have to be over the road. And over the road, when I say my box trucks are over the road, they're over the road for about 2 to 3 weeks. Most of my trucks, if we're having to route you over the road for a week and bring you back home, that's tough for a box truck to get back home by that Friday or Saturday. So that's what I mean by being over the road. That's where you're going to make the most money. If you're having to constantly be routed back, especially as a New Authority, it's tough. Now, some of my carriers that have been with me for a while and their authorities mature, 6 months to a year now, I mean, they can do that. Because their authorities mature, we're getting better paying loads, and they can run like that because, I mean, there's loads and they have a lot more brokers that they can work with now, versus at the beginning, you're very limited to what loads you can take with a New Authority. And I think if you've been in this or you just started, you definitely realize that. The main thing is to keep the truck running at the beginning for the first couple weeks until you can get into a good groove and a good place where you got a couple loads and brokers are seeing that you have a couple loads under your belt. So like I said, I hope this video clears up a lot of, I guess, misconception on the other video. And we got a lot of comments about that. And I was just like, you know what? And actually somebody, you know, said that yesterday. And I was like, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Somebody was like, you need to probably do another video just clearing that up. So I definitely wanted to clear that up about the authority and how much that really costs. And definitely the new rate per mile for box trucks. I'm definitely seeing more freight for box trucks right now, like I said, in certain areas where I keep my trucks floated. So it's definitely money to be made. You just got to kind of go out there and get out of it and don't give up. I know it's a struggle, y'all. I know I've had a lot of trucks kind of break down recently and things like that. And I know with parts and things, it's expensive. So, you know, when you come out of that, I would just say, like, hey, you got to be over the road. You got to be running so you can know, as you can know, you need to make up that money. So hopefully this helps y'all. We will be doing a lot more videos. So please stay tuned and please like and subscribe and let us know what else you would like to see us talk about. Or go over. I think it'll be great for my husband Marlon to do a video about saving on fuel. He definitely has nailed it to a T with that, especially with fuel prices going up and there being a fuel shortage right now as well. So we'll see everybody on the next video, but have a great day.